Hi, everyone. Please bless this video, Jesus. Please send holy angels to encamp around me, strong and powerful ones, so that I can teach the armor of God and how it properly gets used. And so that even if it's just one person watching this video, a man or a woman who can help save one soul will cover a multitude of sins. And Jesus is losing a lot of babies. Not just babies from abortions, but I'm talking about full-grown babies with, 80 years old. We're all babies to Jesus. And we all have kitties, we all have doggies, and we all have babies. Okay, no one can say that I haven't experienced being a parent in some way or other. You can't compare a parent of an owner of a kitty to a parent of an owner of a baby that actually grew in their belly. Okay, you can't. Those aren't the same, but they are in the same family. They may not be beans and beans, but they are in the same group. Okay, a caretaker and something need to be cared for. We've all experienced the love of having to do that. God is losing babies every day. They're not just walking to hell. When they die, these are the groups of people that are dying, okay? There is a lake of fire. Okay? There are people walking slowly into the lake of fire and dying ignorantly. And there are people being dragged back who are dragging Christians. The Christians holding on to them, saying, "Don't go that way." And then there are people running past the Christians trying to stop people. And they're like, "Later." And they jump in the lake. And then you have people. Now, this is representative of when they die. They're dying, right? So they're going to hell in these ways. And then you have people dying, and they're just flying straight from the top. They don't even get to touch the ground. And they fall straight into the pit. Jesus is losing a lot of children. And to you and me, it's like no big deal. And a lot of people, well, to me, it's a big deal. But just because you don't know them, you're not realizing that you were brothers and sisters the whole time. But to God, the whole time, no. He's losing children every day in mass because he is a righteous God. This is the fear of the Lord. Don't play with him. So let's learn this and let's share it like Moses, Paul, Peter, David. Let's get in the spirit of these great men who were out there warning. Let's learn the armor of God today as quick as I can teach it. Ephesians 6 is where you'll find the armor of God. But you guys who are starting to listen, who want to learn, who want to save, who want to be saved, who want to stop hurting their God, and be like, "I'm your creation, and I'm doing this to you? What a piece of crap I am. I have no honor. I have no righteousness. I should be honoring you, but I'm not. Thank you for giving me this great gift of life and love and all these gifts in it, and the whole time I'm flipping you off." What artist wants his creation to flip him off? We suck. I can't wait to shed this human crap and go to heaven and put on my new body of incorruptibility. I don't want to do this to God anymore. Okay, so go read your Ephesians. Ephesians is 6 chapters long, and it will teach you how off you are Yeah, like, oh, wow, I really need to adjust my behavior. I'm nothing the way I'm supposed to be. Now, the armor of God is this. I love Red Bulls and Rockstars. So good. I get a Red Bull on payday to treat myself. Okay, so the armor of God is this. You have a basketball. You have a basketball full of air. Or any kind of ball. A soccer ball, a basketball. But it's full of air. It's pumped up with air. You go to a lake and you take that ball and you put it 7 feet. I'm sorry. 7 feet underwater and you let go of it. What's going to happen to that ball? With the air inside of it. It's going to shoot out of the water. It's going to shoot out of the water. It's not going to float to the surface. It's not going to creep off of it. No. Once you let go of that ball, it's going to, boom, shoot off to the surface. If you go and stand on the sun, where will your shadow be? Will it be behind you? You're standing on the sun. On the surface of the sun. Where's your shadow? Look, the sun is light years away, bro. I have no lights turned on in my house. You can see under the crevices. I can go in my closet where the sun is outside and I can look inside my closet. That's the power of the sun. If you stand on the sun, where's your shadow? There's not going to be a shadow. No shadow can exist on the sun. Dark and light cannot exist together. Okay, just feed your wisdom right now, okay? So, if you have a ball and you put it underwater, it's going to shoot out. Okay, now you understand. You're starting to understand your God. Okay? You're starting to understand him a little bit. How his relationship, he cannot be around you. He will destroy you. Yeah. This filth that we are cannot coexist with God. It will not. There is no light and darkness cannot mingle. Okay? That's how the armor of God works. Now let's explain it. I'm going to read it and then we're going to explain it and then you're going to see how inappropriate your own behavior is and the adjustments you need to make in your life and the example you're being to other people, especially to your children. Ready? Ephesians. Read the whole thing. It's only 6 chapters, guys. Chapter 6, the final one, is where you'll learn about your armor. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Wiles. W-I-L-E-S. It's like tricks, you know? Wily. Wily Coyote. Now you understand why they call him Wily. He's tricky. He's crafty. He'll con you. He'll come up with all these clever ways. He's guile. You know, that's Wily. So all these things the devil's trying to do to you if you have your armor on, just like Superman, bullets, bing, 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 they're not going to affect you. If you have your armor on, can you even wear the armor? That's what I'm teaching you right now. That's what all that wisdom at the beginning was about. Just listen. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That's what I tell people. Don't yell at him. Yeah, you're not having a problem with that person at work. You're not having a problem with that person at work. Okay, yeah, you didn't wake up yet. You still don't believe in Jesus. You still don't believe in God. You go to church every day. But you know what tells me you don't believe in God? You're still arguing with that person at work. Because you and I are not arguing with that person at work. That person at work is being controlled and manipulated by his attachments. Those demonic attachments that have a right to that person, because that person uses the evil devices of the devil. That's who we're fighting against at work, at home, at anyone. Not the people, the attachments they've allowed to themselves to have. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood. We're trying to save those people. We don't wrestle against the flesh and the blood, but against principalities. These are the spiritual demons that we cannot see. This fallen angels. Principalities. Against powers. Okay, these are titles. These are titles of demonic angels. The devil has operatives everywhere. That's the only way they can affect us. Spiritually, mentally. They can't make our flesh actually move unless we give it to them. Let's keep going. So we wrestle. Now we don't wrestle against the flesh and blood. We're not supposed to be looking at the person at work. We're supposed to be smarter than them and looking past them at the demonic attachments that have influenced them their whole time. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, fallen angels, against powers, titles of fallen angels, against the rulers in darkness of this world, the devil and his fallen angels, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take upon you the whole armor of God. Nothing can protect you from these people. You can bitter and cry and go to HR all day long, but nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing's gonna progress. Maybe earthly. Maybe they'll get transferred. Maybe for a short period of time you'll have peace. But you didn't get rid of the problem. For in those principalities and those demonic influences are still stationed at that place. They're just gonna attach themselves to other people. Wherefore, take upon you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and have done all to stand. Stand therefore. Now I'm going to teach you how to wear the armor of God, and I'm going to show you why it doesn't work on you. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. First, I'm going to explain it all. There are pieces of the armor. Now, this part, your loins girt about with truth. It was a belt. It was a belt that had a covering. Like, it was pretty much sheet, like your shorts. You would tie your shorts on to your waist with a belt, and it would cover your area right here. And you'd have like little metal, like a cup, and protecting you. Maybe side flanks for your leg. Okay? But it's the belt. That's the belt of truth. Have it on. Boom. That's the first piece. The belt of truth. Having on, and stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So you ever see them, the warriors of the old days, put on the piece that goes over their chest? Sometimes it covers the back, sometimes it doesn't. That's the breastplate. That breastplate's called righteousness. Okay, let's continue on. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So now they put on their sandals. And their sandals would have like a soccer breastplate right here. Okay, that's putting on the gospel of peace. Okay? Above all. Now we're getting to the good stuff. You got to have it all on to be effective, right, in battle. But here are the really good, important ones that you better be taking no matter what. Above all, taking the shield of faith. So your faith in God is the shield. You don't believe in God? You have no shield. You have no shield. You believe in Allah Akbar? You believe in Buddha? You have no shield. You're holding up your hand. Above all, take the shield of faith. And that shield represents faith, believing in God and all that he's done. No one has a shield. No one. Wherefore, ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the devil. And take the helmet, now we put on our helmet, of salvation. How can you be wearing a helmet of salvation if you haven't even been saved yet? You haven't even accepted Jesus Christ. And you think your dome is protected? Are you kidding me? The helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. So now we have on all the armor. Now we take out the sword, the thing that we slash the devils with. The only weapon. And what is that weapon called? And the sword of the Spirit. It's not a metal sword, like I said. You're not fighting the flesh and blood. When you're using the Spirit of God, which is the Spirit of God, the Word of God. The sword is the Word of God. This. So when you're having problems with them and you're all, human resource, this is my solution. You didn't do anything but attack the human. You did nothing to attack that person's demonic attachments. You did nothing. There's only one weapon that can do it. It was not human resources. It's not a gun. It's not a stick. It's not yelling at your neighbor. It's the Word of God. Did you even attack them? You didn't attack them. You didn't attack them. There's two types of attack. A human attack, I'm going to get human resources on your ass. Or the spiritual attack. You act the way this Bible says to act. Your actions are the Word of God. Is the sword. You did nothing to kill that person's demonic attachments. As a matter of fact, you just pissed that person off and made those demonic attachments latch onto them harder. Now, I'm going to explain to you how to wear this. You can't just wear it. You can't just put it on. Remember the ball? Remember the ball in the water? Boom! If you take a ball with air in it and you put it in 7 feet of water and let go, it's going to fly out. That's how the armor works, guys. I have on, what was the belt? The belt of truth. I have on all my armor of God. I go out right now to the gas station and a dollar bill falls on the ground and I watch it fly under a car. A dollar bill. And the guy whose dollar bill comes up to me and says, "Hey, did you see a dollar on the ground?" And I say, "No!" That's like my belt of truth just shot off of me. My nether regions are no longer defended with armor because like a ball in water with air in it and you let go and it shoots out of the water, light and darkness cannot be with each other. There is no shadow on the sun. You can't sit at the Lord's table and lie. So when I lied, that belt stays pure. It's armor from heaven. It shot off of me. I am no longer protected because I lied. I don't have on the armor of God. Breastplate of righteousness. No righteous man will steal or lie. I go to work and all my friends are like, "Hey man," I'm all, "Oh hey, break's over guys, let's go back in." They're all, "Let's just kick here for 20 more minutes." I kick it there for 20 more minutes. It's an unrighteous act. The second that I chose to be unrighteous, my breastplate of righteousness shot off of me like a ball in water out of the water. You put a ball in water with air and you let go, it's going to shoot out of the water. Any sinful act, my armor shoots off of me. I am no longer protected and I'm no longer righteous. I do not have on the armor of God. You see how it works now? Who even owns a King James Bible? Anyone? Anyone even know anything in here? None of you guys have a sword. You're all defenseless. You think your dome is protected? How can you be living these sinful lives? You have no helmet of salvation. It's the last thing you can put on. You can't even keep on your belt of truth. How about your gospel of peace? You're walking around with peace. You're the preparation of the gospel of peace. No, you're fighting with everyone. It doesn't matter if you're fighting with them in person or over the internet. You don't have on your armor. You can't. It shoots off of you through your own actions. You guys better learn how to keep your armor on. Now you see how much of a Christian you are not. The only person that can wear the armor is a Christian. No one else has the ability to put the armor on. It shoots off of them immediately. I'm getting a couple viewers now, and we need to stay strong, guys, and we need to teach, and we need to take it serious, and we need to. How can we even know what to do if we're not even reading our sword? How can you be practicing? How can you be a proficient fighter in the spirit against these demonic influences, like a cool martial artist for God, and you don't even train your weaponry? You're pathetic. We're pathetic. We're all pathetic. Walking around like we know what's going on. Walking around like we're doing the right thing. Well, we're not doing a damn thing. We're not furthering anything but the devil's kingdom. I hate being a human. I'm ready to go. Take this knowledge. Take it. Share it. Start learning to keep your armor on, guys. Now go out today and see how many times you, through your own actions, made your armor shoot off you. You don't take it off to do these things. No, as soon as you were unrighteous, your breastplate shot off you. Boom! Actually, if one piece shoots off, they all shoot off at the same time. You can't keep them all on at the same time. You can't put them all on at the same time either. You can start reading the Bible, training your sword and your faith, but still not have your helmet of salvation because you're still sinning on purpose. See what I'm saying? Learn to get that whole armor on and learn to keep it on. Good luck.